Welcome to the Back 9 Six-Pack with Mitch and Justin. Let's roll.
Hello and welcome to episode 144 of the Back 9 Six-Pack. Tonight we're going to be talking a little bit of our golf, including our upcoming this Thursday Indiana golf trip, along with some vacation stuff, some parenting things. You know, we're running the gamut tonight. My name is Mitch, joined as always by my esteemed colleague Justin. What, in your opinion, is the worst part of parenting, and why is it potty training?
You know what? Not the worst part of parenting.
See, I think this is a girls versus boy thing.
Yeah, the women are way easier to potty train, and it's not even close. Because here's the thing: is like women will just do it. Men, like you have, like the boys, you have to like coerce them to like go pee outside, like on a tree or something, to like get them thinking about peeing somewhere.
God, dude.
Women are so much easier. That was so easy. Oh, it was the easiest.
In a house full of a lot of shit, there was so much shit this weekend. It was. So we're potty training our three and a half now. We tried earlier this year, but it was a false start. We had the same thing happen with our first. Second try has seemingly worked for both. Fingers crossed. But poor dude was backed up. So like,
oh no,
he had already been a couple days behind when we started the potty training, and he was nailing the peeing thing. We're like, all right, 6 will be great. We just got to give him to poop. Well, we got to like day 6, and it's like, we got to go to the doctor, man. So we go to the doctor. They prescribe him like a 1-day clean out, like where we got to give him just an absolute literal shit ton of Miralax. And when they say 1-day clean out, they freaking mean it, dude. It was, I mean, poor guy's just trying to eat breakfast, and you just hear like this rumble, and then it's just liquid shit coming out of the pull up onto the chair. Like it happened like 3 times on Saturday. And thankfully yesterday afternoon that stopped, and we finally today he went several times on the actual potty. So I think we're close.
You're getting close.
God, dude, it's the helicoptering you have to do around these kids when they're in the potty training thing is just, it's so exhausting.
Call me crazy, but you know what we did when we were potty training our kids? Let them walk around naked.
Yeah, so that's how we started. That's how you started out with the way we do it. So
that would have been a disaster doing it with the.
That's what we had to go to the pool up because it was like, I mean, poor dude was just so backed up. It was like he's just having stuff like kind of uncontrollably like leak out even before the meds, and then
like a day after a Skyline or like White Castles. Is that kind of what we're?
Yeah, I let's just hope this doesn't happen to us this come Sunday.
Well, I fully plan on doing a cleanse tomorrow, and part of that's taking like citrus nitrate or whatever. So it's like the stuff you drink. I try to do it every 2 or 3 months just to kind of like we just got back from vacation. Now I'm going on another trip. I'm like, we need to like reset. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. So me and him are going to be in the same spot. So
that's a good transition before we get too far along. But vacation, how was Myrtle Beach?
It was good. Yeah, it was. I think like the beach is awesome, right? My kids love the beach. My kids love the ocean. Like I used to not be a big ocean person, but I'll get in with them just because I'm like, I kind of have to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But dude, the sand's the worst part. I think the sand is the absolute worst part about going to the beach.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still finding sand in places. We're doing laundry right now, and like there's sand all over our bathroom from like the dirty, like we tried to do some laundry, but like there's still sand it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And it kind of ruins, like it kind of makes the beach miserable a little bit. Like the whole cleaning everything, like you have to clean everything off.
Yeah,
you
even
bring
like
with you, dude. Like it's bad.
Even when you go and like you stop the little showers or whatever, like on the boardwalks and stuff, it's like you get cleaned off. You're like, all right, I'm good. Then you walk back, and now there's still more sand. Like,
yeah, dude,
like there's no cleaning it.
But we got little son. We went on an earlier vacation, like right after the kids got out of school. Our kids didn't have time to get like that base of like a couple weeks at the pool, get that nice. If we forget to reapply, it's not going to be like that big of a deal. Well, it was a big deal this time. And like we had blisters on kids. We forgot to reapply the first day. So a lot of sun. Did get to play some golf. When we played the Love course at Barefoot, which by the way is a great course, tiny greens, crazy tiny greens. Dude, like 18's like a 600-yard par 5. And we get up there. I hit my shot on the green. I'm like, I'll probably be like 25 feet. I was like 8, and I was barely on the green. And I paced it off from side to side. It's 5.5 paces wide and 20 paces long.
Yeah.
Like, it was the tiniest green in the world. But like, they were all kind of tiny. But the course was in great shape. We got matched up with a single. Super awesome guy, super nice guy. Had to put up with us all day. You know, that's not easy. But no, we played some golf, and then we went to a Pelicans game, you know, which is always fun. Minor league baseball rocks. Like, there's really no comparison to it. It's, from a fan experience, is like crushes Major League Baseball. Like, it just, kids got to run the bases. They had fireworks, you know. We caught like 3 balls in the outfield from the left fielder that just taught, you know, bought $10 seats. They had a meal deal going for like $25, fed our whole family. It was just, that's always fun. We try to, anytime we're down there, we try to go to a Pelicans game. It's just a lot of fun. But other than that, you know, we drove back. I didn't get much sleep the night before we drove back. So like, when we got back, I was like done. Like, like, we're going to bed. Like, not doing anything the next day. I ended up golfing on Sunday a little bit later, but no, vacation's good. I am happy that we kind of like got it out of the way. Like, it's done. Like, vacation's done. Yeah. We kind of like enjoy the rest of the summer, which I'm actually kind of looking forward to at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty nice when you do it that way, because it's like you just said, you get it out of the way. You don't have this thing that's like looming over your schedule for a while. And
yeah, because it really is, you know, like that's the thing, is a schedule thing, right? It's like, you know, it's like, all right, like, oh, there's someone be like, oh, can you do this July 13th? It's like, oh, like, you kind of have to like him and haw about it. Now it's just like done. We kind of know the things on our schedule, and that's it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. We've never done vacation this early, so.
Yeah. Well, okay, I got a couple things on vacation before we move on. But so you start off with a massive win about the room situation, right?
Oh, yeah. So we had 2 condos. We showed up later than we were it was only my parents, my brother and his wife and his kid, and then us. We had 2 condos. We couldn't all fit into one place. Like, they're like, hey, here's the code for your condo. Like, they got there before us. We walk in our condo, like, this place is sick, dude. Like, 3 bedrooms. Like, our kids' 1 bedroom was like, dude, it was like 1,000 square feet. Like, it had 2 beds in it, had a couch, walk-in closet, jacuzzi tub. Like, this thing was like unbelievable. Like, kitchen was awesome. They come over our house and they're like, whoa, like, what is this? I'm like, welcome to my crib kind of thing. You know what I mean? But it was nice to get a win, because I'm telling you, man, we've not had a vacation where we've gotten a win like that. Like, we're always kind of the people that are like, yeah, we'll take the smaller room. And this is like both my family and her family. Yeah, we'll take the smaller room. Yeah, we'll sleep on the pull out in the living room. Like, we kind of always are the ones like kind of giving in a little bit and like not like putting up a big fight. So it was kind of nice to get a win. I'm not gonna lie, it was a good start to vacation.
Well, then coming home sounds like you took a pretty big L. How's the
got the card stolen? Yeah, not great. But I think there's a lesson in that you don't use your card at a gas station in which they still have like the Bunsen burners, like heating the coffee up. Yeah, probably a key indicator that there's some shady people working there. So.
Well, the funniest part was like you sent that snap earlier, like, oh, this is how God intended coffee makers, whatever. And then you got your card scanned.
$2,000 at a vape shop. Just brutal. Like, just absolutely brutal. Like,
yeah, that was like I said in the group chat, that was a clear inside job. Like, you got by somebody that's, you know, they're working together.
Dude, they saw me walking in. I had a golf related hat on. They're like, I had Target written on me from the moment I pulled into the gas pump. The coffee was good. I can't. It was good, but it was tough break. Definitely an L. Definitely not a W. So
yeah, well, from one trip into another, we'll get into that in a bit. But thank you all for listening. Please subscribe, rate, review the show. Follow us on social media at Back9 Sixpack. A little more our golf before we get to the trip. We already talked your vacation around. Anything else on the Love course?
No, dude, it was good though. I was actually, I think if you rank this, so there's 4 courses at Barefoot. If you kind of ranked them, I think people would probably go. Obviously, the Die course is like the crown jewel. I think people would next probably go to the Fazio, and then it's kind of a toss up between the Norman and the Love. But I've played the Norman. I've never played the Die. I've played all of them but the Die, and I'll tell you, man, I think it's probably second in my book. Thought it was really good. I thought there were some really good holes, some definitely risk reward, which is always fun. Like, you can kind of lay it out to the side, or you can try to carry bunkers and do some fun stuff. They actually have on the front 9, there's like an old cotton factory that like is fallen to the ground. They kind of incorporated that into the hole. Like they have a wall behind one of the walls from the factory is like behind the green. Fun fact, they did hold a big break out there. Like I think it was like 2004 maybe on the Love course. So, but yeah, it was. No, it was really. I thought it's probably second for me. I mean, I'm sure the Die course is unbelievable, but yeah, I think Love is probably second for me out of those 4 courses there. So
the big break holds such like a place in time and place in my heart. Like, we
gotta bring it back. It just has to come back.
Like all I can imagine is there's so many late nights because I worked at Meadowlinks for 10 plus years, and working behind the counter. We had a late lighted range, should be open to like 10 or so. So many nights just sitting in there with nobody at the course, just watching Big Break on the TVs inside. Like, man, those are the days. It's like 20 years ago at this point.
Dude, it's an elite show. Like, they have to bring it back. I think it would kill if they brought it back, for the record.
Probably. Yeah. We need less of the, the talk show stuff, less of the lessons and all that, and just give us some Big Break action. That'd be great.
Less morning drive, more Big Break.
yeah, that'd be great. So PGA Junior League, are you back tomorrow?
I'm not back. Well, maybe. We'll see. I might be back tomorrow. Yeah, it just kind of depends on how my morning shakes out. I need to be less of a lazy piece of crap and like get stuff done in the morning, and I will be there. But
are the girls coming?
Yeah, one of them. We've got one at camp this week, an overnight camp. So one other one will be there. So
cool. Yeah, it was. I don't know, it was really cool last week. Like it's always fun when you see your kids in these situations and you kind of realize like, oh, like they're like little people. Like they truly like, yeah, you just send them out there. They do their own thing. They make friends. They have a blast. It's like, I don't know. It's just crazy to see them in that context sometimes.
Yeah. It's what I think is cool about the PGA Junior League. And maybe this is all of them. Maybe it's just as ours. Like they do a really good job at like getting them all kind of like team oriented, kind of getting them to meet each other. And like, cause like, the first year we did it, I'm like, do you know her? Oh yeah, I know her. Like, I don't know her. Like, what's her name? Like, and they'll know their name. So it is good. And yeah, it's crazy to see, like, especially when your kids get to like, I think it's like 7 or 8. You're like,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Like they can they can be in a group and I don't have to like hold their hand. Right. Kind of thing. So it is always cool to see that.
Yeah. So that's, Tuesdays and Thursdays are becoming daddy's practice time. Yeah. That's, Dude. I was feeling pretty dialed on the range last week. I'm not gonna lie. So we're getting after it. I've very minimal play so far heading into our trip here, so I got to take advantage of these range sessions at least.
Yeah, it's a good time. I've always used it when I've taken them. I've always used it as like a practice time because it's just there's just not many times you get like an hour and a half or something to just like, all right, I'm gonna go to the range or whatever by myself and not have to worry about anything. That is a perfect time to do it.
Yeah, I know, as my wife listens to this, she's going to roll her eyes like crazy. But, like, I was thinking about it, and genuinely, like, I don't know the last time I've gone and, like, practiced. Like, not just, like, hit balls and warm up, not, like, take a kid with me to go slap balls, but, like, go and, like, actually work on stuff. Probably a good 5+ years, to be honest. Like, it was cool to be back out there and be like, oh, I'm, like, working on my actual game right now. Like Because when you got kids and you're trying to squeeze in time, like you just always default to playing, right? Like you're like, I just want to go. I'm gonna go play 9. I'll
Not
go.
only that, if you take a kid to the driving range, like you're more worried about them, like knowing what they're doing and like watching them, and you're not really worried. Like every time I've taken my kids to the driving range, I think I hit like 8 balls. It's like
right.
It's like I'm more worried about what they're doing and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's cool to that's all great stuff. I love doing that, but like it's nice to be able to like, all right, I'm gonna set up my launch monitor. We're gonna check swing speeds, carry distances, do all this kind of stuff, and you'd be like, all right, it's cool with I got the new stack radar system instead of just like the basic thing that I bought when I got the stack. Bad news, we're down about 8 to 10 miles an hour swing speed. I've definitely lost what I picked up last year. So, but good news is like they've got a whole new within the app itself. They've got all kinds of practice modules and stuff. So you can like, you go in there, you pick your club, you set your intent. So like if you want, this is just warm up, you can do that. If I want to hit draws, I want to hit fades. Like, so it tracks all your data over time. So you can see like, okay, if I'm trying to hit a cut with a 7, this is how far it goes versus this is how far the, straight shot goes or whatever.
Yeah.
So like, it's just good for me to like, I'm a data guy. So like just seeing all that stuff is just
immediate
good information.
Feedback.
Yeah. And then you can know like, I was talking with you last time we podcasted, it was like, I got to eliminate a side of the course. So I'm trying to take the bad left shot out, right? At least if I hit a high spinny right one, it's going to carry. If I hit the dead left Waffle House, it's just, that ball is cooked, So I was working like, all right, let me just get a fairway finder, get a fade going, like try to feel that. And then you see that and you're like, okay, well, like I'm not losing like I'm hitting it solid. It's coming out of this window. It's like you get good feedback to be able to, instead of just like, oh, I felt like I hit it okay today. Like you actually have stuff to look at.
And the one-way miss is so much easier to fix, right? Like if you can get it going one direction on your misses, like I had it when we played on vacation and, we got like 7 holes in. I looked at my brother. I'm like, I was missing things right. I'm like, dude, I'm going to try to snap hook this thing. It's not going to happen.
Right.
There's no chance. There's no chance I'm snap hooking this. But so I tried to snap hook it, dude. Hit it dead straight. I actually had like a 2-yard draw on it. I'm like, I couldn't snap. Like, I was like, there's a lesson here. Like, if we can get rid of one of the misses and you can like over exaggerate, try to go the other direction, like you're probably going to straighten it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's the key of like getting to that like one-way miss. Like, all right, I'm not ever missing the ball left, or I'm never going to miss the ball right. Okay, so now I can like over exaggerate it and try to get it to go back the other way, but it's going to end up going, relatively straight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's cool too, because it's like, so I've already abandoned the high hands thought. We're on to new swing thought already. That did not work. New swing thought, we're not throwing the right hip at the ball. All right. We're keeping the ass back through the swing, keeping the posture a little bit. That's what we're working on right now. I get into trouble. I lose all my power because I early extend, and I got to you got to cast it. You got to do all kinds of crazy stuff to try to get it on plane. So we're just trying to keep my ass back. That's the focus right now.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I can tell you this weekend, like ass back, like you start hitting the waffle balls.
Keep telling me to back that ass up just all day. That's what we got to do. All right, cool. So that's PGA Junior League twice this week for Zach. They got match schedules out. They're getting their swag tomorrow. We're ready to go.
We're cooking with gas. I mean, it's I say this. I think I've said this every year we've done a podcast around this time. I'm like, if you've got kids, go find your nearest, like even if you're not a member at a course, go find your nearest course that offers PGA Junior League. You will, I promise you, it is going to be the best $200, $300 you will ever spend. They will not get that kind of instruction anywhere. They will not get the kind of rules instruction anywhere else. And they won't, and it gets a little dips a toe of like competitive golf without like throwing them into the fire. Like, oh, you're playing on a tournament by yourself. So seriously, if you have kids, go do it. Like sign. It's probably a little late this year, but like next year, if you got a kid coming up on like 7 or 8 years old, like sign them up. Like it is the best deal in the world. They get 2 jerseys with their names on the back, like jerseys. I say like golf shirts with jersey, as their jersey. So it's such a solid deal. We've got one of ours that's got, this is it. Like this is her last year. And I think she's partly kind of sad about it. It's like, it's been for a big part of her life for like the last 5 or 6 years. So
Yeah, and it's like even the little stuff where like, you take your kids out, you're trying to teach them, but you're trying to keep them moving. It's like a lot going on. They play three person scramble. They play match play. But like, they're out there on the putting green. It's the first day, and they're out there. They got them marking balls, and they got them. Like just like the little things of golf that like they're
not
just going to
walking
pick
in
up.
people's lines and like
Exactly.
like little stuff like that. Yeah, it's and as someone that's kind of like in matches, I keep score and kind of keep things moving along, but like kind of point out things to kids. It's like a really cool way to learn without like any like consequences. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, you may like, hey, like next time when you're walking, like just make sure you know where the ball mark is. Like walk around, and you can talk to them, and it's not like a big deal, right? They don't do it in a tournament, and they're learning on the fly without like the pressure of like playing open play golf. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that or like you show up in middle school and you're playing on the golf team. All of a sudden you're playing matches and you're learning all this stuff as you're trying to compete.
Yeah,
and it's just something I wish I had growing up. Like I never took lessons at all. I didn't have something like this to do. Like I just showed up and played middle school golf, and then from there on, I've just kind of figured it out. Right?
On the fly, right? Like you're kind of like,
it's
like when my ball was like when I hit my ball up by the pole, like I should put a mark on it, right? Like you don't, it's the little stuff, that it's really hard. And honestly, like this as well as I do. Your kids listen better to other people. Like
100%.
Like my kids will listen to me. I think at this point they're old enough to like, oh, Dad's not bad at golf, right? Like I kind of know what I'm talking about, but still, it's like your parent, right? They're trying to. They just will learn better from somebody else, and especially like the ones we have. That at least Sean that at our course, like he's been teaching golf for coming up probably up on 30 years at this point, right? Like he knows how to get the message across and like teach it in a way that they'll understand it and like receive it and be able to use it. We're not teachers, right? Like that would be like him coming into our jobs and trying to tell us what to do, right? So and I've had parents like we've been on ranges at like matches and they're like there's a lot of parents that are like, hey, you got to do this and like and like I had one parent and I'll leave their name out of it. He's like, why don't you give your daughter pointers? And I'm like, but I'm not her teacher. Like like, you know what I mean? Like Sean knows what he's doing way more than I know what I'm doing. Right. Like they've talked about stuff and what they're supposed to work on. Like, I'm not going to get involved in that. There's just too much data, like coming into, and like, he told her what she needs to focus on, and that's all that we're going to focus on. And I'm not going to, and it's like, am I probably the most qualified person on the range to give advice? Probably, but like, that doesn't make it right. Like, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's awesome. I love PGA Jr. League. I cannot wait for the matches to start. I really can't. Yeah,
it's going to be fun. Pivoting over to, your post-vacation round yesterday, how'd you play?
Pretty good. Had some bad bogeys. Like, so I bogeyed 7 red, which is like super short hole. Ooh. Honestly, the drive got me in trouble. I kind of short-sided myself, hit a really good wedge, and it just landed 6 inches short of where 6 inches further, I'm like 5 feet away. Hits a downslope, bounces across the green, chip up, miss like a 5-footer. But other than that, like other than the bad bogeys, like a 3-putt, played pretty good. Hit a decent amount of greens. Made 5 birdies. Like, can't really be mad about that. But yeah, I played pretty good. I was surprised at how well I played for how tired I was. Like, like I'm yawning on the first tee, and it's like 11 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, what I mean? It's like brutal, but no, I played good. Our course is in just phenomenal shape right now. I mean, it doesn't get any better than what our course is right now. I mean, greens, hell, I would tell you the greens even probably rolled a little too fast yesterday. I know that sounds crazy, but the greens rolled unbelievably well. And it was just nice to kind of get out. I don't play many weekend rounds, so it was nice to get out there on a weekend.
Yeah, the magic of the weekend round is good. I know you weren't dew sweeping necessarily, but mid-morning tee time, that doesn't hurt anybody.
No, it was like I think we teed off at like 11:30 or somewhere around there. It was, dude. It was perfect. I mean, we got done a little later than I would have liked. You're not getting done at like 12:31. You're getting done at like 3:30 ish. 3:30. So that kind of stunk a little bit, but it was nice to like. And it's funny, you see people, because I only play like Wednesdays and Fridays, like. You see people, you're like, dang, man, I haven't seen you in forever. It's like, yeah, because they only play on the weekends and I don't play on the weekends. So it was kind of nice to see some people out there that I hadn't seen in a little bit. So
nice. And then finally, rolling your heater right on along here. Boys and Girls Club outing today.
I mean, come on. Like 2 days in a row. No, dude, for the record, Boys and Girls Club is a phenomenal organization. I wish... I didn't know much about it and this is on me, until about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
But played in their outing. They put on a fantastic outing. It's Wetherington, which is right by us. It's a good. I'm not a fan of like the close out of bounds with the houses and stuff. But the course itself is like a good route. Like it's a good routing of a golf course. You kind of get in the middle of it and you kind of forget you're in a neighborhood, but there's definitely, I'm not a big fan of the out of bounds and houses and stuff like that, but the course itself is good. It's always in great shape. But we played, and so we had the ex-speaker of the house out there today. Kind of crazy, people forget that, our little neighborhood in Westchester, Ohio, like we had the third in line for the presidency. Like that was like, that lives 3 minutes from you and like 5 minutes from me. And then, they just cool auction at the end. They were auctioning off some like sweet stuff. I wish I would have not kept remembering that I would get murdered if I bought anything, but they were auctioning off like Ohio State bowl game tickets, and they had a cool experience where you like hop on a Reds jet at Lunken and fly to the Cubs game.
Oh, damn.
In August, and then fly back the same day. So you don't even need a hotel. So you like fly in, game, fly out. But the auction and stuff like that, I think they raised so much money. It was crazy how much money they raised. But we played some good golf. Played Jacob, the guy that we played with in our group. He used to be a member at the Elks. Really good golfer. Played in college. Played at Ohio Dominican. We just missed some putts. You know what I mean? Like, now you miss a couple putts. You're like, I think that's going to come back to haunt us. I think we lost by like one. We missed a couple in-tide 10-foot putts. Like, just kind of, I did win longest drive. So there's that. I'm not short. I kept telling myself I was losing distance this year. I don't think I am. I think I was just mishitting tee shots. Because I won longest. So I get the longest drive the hole before. And then there's this next hole. It's like kind of a short, like slight dog leg left. It's like we were laser and it was like 320 to the guys on the green. It was like on the backside of the green. Yeah. Slight like into the face, like not a huge wind, but like slightly into the face. I'm like, guys, like we're not getting there. I'm going to go ahead and hit. Smoked it. I mean, it was better than a long drive. I mean, I smoked this thing like at right center of the green, hits like front fringe. And like bounces up and rolls over the back of the green. I'm like, I still got it. Like I was like, and then it was so funny. We go up and I'm like, guys, sorry. Like they were putting. I'm like, sorry. Like we were lasering. Like I didn't think there was any chance. And he goes, oh, it's okay. Like whatever. He was like, well, he's like, man, you had to drive like that. Did you beat our guys long driving the last time? I'm like, yeah, I did. Like, I think now it's not bullshit because like you literally witnessed it happen. So
there you go.
But no, we had a lot of fun. We had some good shots. Eagled our first hole of the day and just putting. That's all scrambles come down to really is just like making everything right. Like you don't miss a putt that you shouldn't miss. So but we did. Sure. We missed a couple.
You at a silent auction or any auction really is pretty dangerous.
Dude, I was good tonight. I didn't buy anything. I'm not going to lie. There was a couple that went up and I'm like, God, I really want this. I was like, I really want this. And then I, shout out to Scott Johnson, member at our course. Like he's sitting next to me. We're like, do we split the Cubs tickets? Like it's going to be like $700 a person. Like that sounds like a good deal. And I'm like, dude, I'm still going to get murdered even if I split it. like that's not going to help my cause. Like, well, I'm splitting it. Like it's still $700, but I do love a good auction. I really do. I was good tonight though. I didn't buy anything.
Yeah,
I got
proud
a
of you
golf
for
trip
that.
coming up. I got to save my money.
Yeah, exactly. That's excellent segue work by you. Yeah, we've talked about this a little bit on the podcast. We figured we'd give a little preview, just what we're getting into, and then next week we'll do more of a full like formal recap once we have some opinions on the courses and on the stuff we did. But just to give everybody a quick rundown, we're doing a Thursday through Sunday drivable from where we are in Cincinnati, heading over to Indiana, playing a few courses around the southern, southeastern part of the state, basically. Home base is going to be Bloomington, Indiana, which I'm very excited about. I love a college town, dude.
Underrated college town, for the record.
Yeah.
Like
I've
way
not been. Underrated. Yeah, have you been? So you've been
before?
Before?
I've been once. I think we did a podcast when I was actually in
that's
Bloomington.
Right. Yeah.
We did a podcast when I was playing there. Dude, it's like your typical, like what you would like if you're like, what does a movie like Midwest college town look like? That's what Bloomington is, right? Like,
yeah,
kind of got some old buildings. You got the bars and like, mom and pop restaurants and stuff. Like it's just a solid like Midwest college town.
Yeah, we're saying a little VRBO. It's walkable to Kirkwood Avenue, which is the main drag there. All the restaurants and bars and stuff are there, so that'll be good from a not having to Uber situation and all that stuff. We got to figure out the bed situation because we've got one room that's doubles, so one guy each. Then there's a king bed, so we got to decide, is somebody couching it or are we sharing? Somebody sharing. So
well, I'm going to tell you right now, just to make everybody's life easier, you do not want to share a bed with me. Like, like if there's anybody sharing that bed, it's not going to. One of those people is not going to be me, and this is for everybody's safety. Okay,
yeah.
Like it's just that's not how it's going to happen. I mean, to be honest, like I'm that guy that just falls asleep on the couch anyway. So I'm like, I might have one of those beds and just end up sleeping on the couch. So there is that. Like,
we'll figure it out. So a little bit of context. We haven't done a golf trip. The four of us that are going, me, you, Nick, and Ryan, since 2021. We did a little Louisville, getaway, and that Airbnb was cool, but it was pretty small. And Nick and I shared a bed. Ryan had his own room because he's a princess. He needs his 12 hours of sleep. And then you were, I think you set up an air mattress in the living room.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some good memories right there, living in that air mattress on the living room floor.
Yeah.
God, I'm that, like, see, this tracks back to the last vacation thing.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, give me a blanket and a pillow and like some kind of like base blanket and I'll sleep anywhere. I really you won't have to worry about me falling asleep. Now I might be sore in the morning. I am 36 now. I think when we went on that trip, I was 30. Lots changed since then, but
definitely.
But I'm like, that's where I'm just like, I'm here to have fun. I'll sleep anywhere. Like, I don't really care. Like if someone's more comfortable sleeping in a situation, like I'm like, dude, have it. Like I'll sleep. Can fall asleep literally anywhere.
Yeah, I can confirm that. You're a good travel buddy for that reason, for sure. So yeah, that's where we're staying. But we're doing, like I said, Thursday through Sunday. We're playing 54, trying to get 63 holes in. We're trying to play a short course in French Lick. We'll get to that in a bit. So last time I did this, I like to do this. I'm going to break a lot of news to you on this pod tonight because you've been on vacation. Last time when we did Louisville, I kind of made it my mission to, anytime we do one of these trips, we're going to play for some kind of trophy. And I try to make it like themed or related to wherever we are. So last time we did the Louisville trip, I had that little Louisville slugger bat made.
I still have it.
Yes, which you won. So congratulations to you. This time I'm going to grab it. Let me go off mic real quick.
This, by the way, that little bat was awesome. But
this is what we're playing for this time. I don't know if you can put this in your house or not. So
I don't know, man. I'm gonna tell you, I saw that double bedroom and it had all the Indiana shit in there. I'm like, I don't know if I can sleep in there, actually.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to it. So what I'm holding, for people that can't see, I bought a trophy base and a little mini souvenir Indiana University basketball. we're all going to sign this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody, whoever wins the 54 hole game is going to get to take that bad boy home. So what I was thinking, and this, we can change this if you want, but this is kind of my idea. Saw a reel on Instagram where it was like so basically you're playing the individual best ball over the course of however many rounds you're playing, and you're putting together your best 18 holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think I saw
whatever
this.
Your best.
I think I saw this reel. Yeah.
Yeah. So whatever your best hole one score is amongst the 3 rounds will be your hole one score, 2, 3, et cetera, all the way through 18. So and then whoever has the best 18 hole score combo by the end of it is going to be the winner. I think that's what we're going to try for this one.
I think it's a cool format. Here's the thing, because like you mess up hole one the first day, you're like, all right, I got 2 more days to kind of like make a par. You know what I mean? Like just make a par on one. I do like it because even if you have like a bad round, like you still might have like 2 or 3 scores you can use from that round, right? Like and kind of build that 18 hole score. It just kind of keeps in it. It's going to be the only thing I was thinking about this when I saw that reel and I figured that might be what we were doing. It's going to be really hard to track. Like, okay, like you're up by, like going into last 18, you're like, all right, you're up by, you're at -8. The next closest person's -4. How does that change over the course of the next 18 holes to kind of like, hey, like if you're going into 18, like, what does that look like, right? Like who's in the lead and stuff like that. I feel like if we can take our big brains together and probably come up with how we can figure that out. But
I'm going to use a bigger brain than ours. I'm using my good buddy Claude is going to help me create a spreadsheet to track this for us.
That's the biggest brain around. So
yeah, and so we're gonna use that. We'll get it dialed. I don't know if we'll have an exact. I mean, we'll know what everybody's got going in, but it's really going to come down to like Nick or whoever is like, fuck, I got to get that 6 off my card on hole 12 today. And it's going to come down to like certain holes where it's like, I need to score.
Like, if you're like, all right, I've got 6 birdies, over the course of the last 2 18s and they're on XYZ holes. You're like, all right, I know if I have a par or like if you took a 7 and then you took a 6 on hole 7 both days, like, you can kind of be like, all right, I got to get this thing off of here. I got to make at least a par, right?
Right.
Get 2 shots better, right? So, yeah, I think that's the cool thing about it is like, you kind of like almost like hyper focus on a hole, right? You're like, you're coming into a hole. It's like, all right, yesterday, hole 8, like I got to find a way to like make a 5 instead of an 8, right? Like, or make a 6 instead of an 8 and kind of like improve on that score. So, yeah. I think it's a really cool format that kind of keeps, even if you're not playing well, kind of keeps everybody in it, like relatively, like especially for our level of golfers that are going, like we might have one really bad hole, right? But like, or maybe even like 3, right? But it's like you're still kind of in it, even if you have some pars and stuff. So
yeah, and it's gonna be net. So I mean that helps me a little bit. If anybody out there wants
shots on this trip too, I love it.
Yeah, Justin's getting shots, which is a rarity for you. The person we got to watch out for, it's always Ryan, because it's his handicap I don't think matches his true ceiling. It doesn't even match his floor, to be honest, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm only getting a couple more shots around than he is, so I think he could be pretty dangerous in this thing.
We are not in the month of July, in which is our member, so I can kind of say this. We are entering major sandbagging territory, possibly.
Yeah.
We gotta have the antennas up. We gotta make sure that it could get ugly for us out there. Like
it could.
If he pulls together a couple good rounds, we might be in big trouble. Like really.
Yeah, I mean the problem will be, if he's getting pops on any par 5s, he throws a couple birdies in, and it's all of a sudden he's got a couple eagles. It's gonna be tough.
Because he still hits the ball 275, 280, it's like, and he's pretty straight. Like his T-ball is not his issue. It's everything else. And it's like, man, dude, if he strings a couple good shots together, you're like, he might have an eagle putt.
Right. So yeah, I think that'll be a fun format to play. And then something we're running back from our last trip. I brought the turnover chain out. So
hell yeah.
For those that, if you're thinking back to like the U a couple years ago, anytime somebody had an interception or fumble or whatever, they'd put on that giant, massive chain, and they'd get to wear that on the sideline or whatever. So we did that in Louisville But this one was this turnover chain is more of a negative connotation. So you lose the ball, you send one OB, whatever it may be, you got to wear the chain until the next person hits one out. And then at the end of the round, whoever has the chain has got to buy the first round of drinks. Just a truly fun and like I mean, you get chain swaps on the same hole sometimes. I know we're playing a couple tougher spots, so it could be swapping that thing around quite a bit. I also think we need to make the person wear it out when we go out for dinner in the bars and stuff too.
It's funny. I think Ryan actually had it the one day, and I think he did wear it out the one night we went out for dinner.
God.
Foul could be some problems for people like that.
Yeah,
there's a couple holes out there that could get multiple changing of hands pretty quickly. Just with I'm kind of coming from this of like, if the heather's up, there could definitely be some serious turnover changing hands. But the turnover chain is awesome. For the record, did not have it one time on our last trip.
Yeah, which is
kept
absurd.
It pretty straight in that trip. I remember hitting the tee ball really good on that trip, and I really didn't have like any wayward drives, so I didn't have it. I never had it. So the driver's not as straight as it was on that trip, I don't think. So we'll see. I think we're playing way tougher courses on this trip than we did in Louisville, for sure.
I think so. And then, obviously, so between staying in a college town, doing a day trip to French Lake, we've got plenty of side quest opportunities. We'll see what we get into out there, but full itinerary here, quick rundown. We're leaving Thursday, heading from Cincinnati to Indianapolis, about 2 hours or so. We're playing a course called the Fort, which is just northeast of Indianapolis, and it's just outside the 465 loop in the city there. I've heard good things about the Fort. It's in like we'll get into it more when we do kind of the recap show. It's like in a state park kind of situation. But I saw a buddy of mine, shout out Tony if he's listening, I know he listens, was just there a couple weeks ago and saw a couple of Instagram story shots he took, and course was looking pretty dialed. So we'll see what that one's all about. We are playing, it's a par 72. It's playing 67.58 from the tees. We will probably play. I always mess these up. Course rating is at the 73.1.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the slope is 138. So it's the easiest course of the ones we're playing.
And I don't think we're playing the tips, right? Like that's not the tips at the Fort, correct?
No, I mean all of these courses tipped out are over 7. So it's like, we're going on a trip and having some fun.
What's the Fort from the tips? Do you remember?
I think it's just over 7. I might have it pulled up here. Hold on. 71.48.
Okay, that's not terrible, but Pfau Course. We'll get to that in a second. But the Fort,
we will.
We'll stay on the Fort for a second. Everybody I said, hey, we're going to go play the Fort on the way down. Oh my God, you're going to love it. Like everybody I've talked to is like, you're going to love it. It's a great course, like great. It's always been in great condition when I played it. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I will tell you this. Indiana as a state is underrated as golf. Like I think Indianapolis, man, I played a course called Southern Dunes. Like you would read the reviews and you're like, okay. Played it back in, I think, March. Dude, it was awesome. Like it was, and like I played with a guy that lives in Indianapolis. He's like, I've never been down here to play this. And he was like, I love this place. He was like, it was a great course. And so, yeah, but everybody I've talked to about the Fort, it's like unbelievable, great public course. So that's going to be a new one for me. I've never played the Fort. So
yeah, all 3 of these are new for me. So our original plan, so back to our last trip, we started that trip out. This was like early mid-April maybe.
Dude, and it was like April 1st. And I picked you up and it was snowing.
It was snowing. And we went to go play Otter Creek. We were the only people on the course. It's 30 something degrees, actually snowing. And we were like, let's go. We want to go back to Otter Creek because we loved the course and just wanted to play it under normal conditions. Well, they're in the middle of a massive reconstruction project and not open.
And so I thought it was supposed to open, but it's not. It's not open. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So that Otter Creek is more of a direct shot online with Bloomington. Would have been a more like quote unquote convenient thing.
Yeah.
Once we ruled that out, we started looking around Indianapolis. The Southern Dunes was one we were looking at too, but I think we kind of consensus landed on the Fort. So yeah, I'm with you. That'll be a cool one to start out with and see what that's about before we head to Bloomington to get checked in. That's about an hour and a half from Indy for those counting hours here. And yeah, that'll roll us into Friday, which is French Lick Day. So we knew we wanted to play the Ross course. That was like what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
They've got the die course there too. It's like triple the price. Probably would absolutely kill us. It's a Corn Ferry Tour event they host there. But yeah, we were like this whole time we're like tracking tee times, trying to figure it out, whatever. And then, we read online somewhere it's like, okay, call them 2 weeks out. If you're not a resort guest, you can get a time. I called them like 7:15 in the morning, right after they open, exactly 2 weeks of the day. And guys like, well, it's your lucky day. We got one time. I was like, we will take it, because we had booked a tee time at Sultan's Run just out of like, okay, they're close.
Well, remember, I called.
You called before.
You.
Yeah,
and the lady's like, we got a 4:45. I'm like, that we're not. Look, we're trying to go out and have dinner, and like we're on a dude's trip. Like we're trying to have dinner and like, have fun. I'm not teeing off at 4:45. Like that means dinner's now at like 9:45 or 10. Not doing that. So, but then you called, like, I think it was like the next week. Yeah. And you were like, you got transferred through the pro shop and we got a time, which I'm not going to lie. Like Sultan's Run, for those that don't know, it's a great course. It's not Donna Ross, right?
No.
But it would have been okay. If this is the worst course we play, like it's still going to be really, really good, right? Yeah. But I'm very happy we got on Donald Ross.
So back to the fort that I didn't say. We're playing at 10:30 in the morning. So yeah, we're leaving here early and heading that way to do that. Donald Ross course, we're playing at 11:24. So nice, like ease our way into our Friday morning. We've got an hour and a half drive down to French Lick. We'll go play that, and then so Ross course is a par 70. We're gonna play it at 65 because the other option again was over 7,000 for par 70, which
God, I want to eat that. So I want to eat from those back tees so bad.
Those it's the par threes.
It is. They're like all just 200. Like any Donald Ross course.
There's one
this is Donald Ross. Ready? 380, 375, 400 yard par 4, 510 par 5, 270 par 3. That's like it's literally every Donald Ross course I've ever played.
Yeah, I sent that when Nick was talking to me about it, and I sent him the Jim Lariniego like driver that video. It's like that's just me on the par threes out there if we do that. So yeah, thanks for moving up a tee for me. And that's a 73 course rating and a 146 slope. Did I say that right?
The 146 slope is sick, dude. That means there's a lot of force carries. That's
from 65.
Buddy, that is a slope. That is a hefty slope.
You play from the 7,000. It's a 75.7 rating and a 149 slope.
I'm actually shocked the slope's not more, which means that probably the tees we're playing, the carries are the same. It's just probably the carries on the carry holes are probably the same. It's the other holes where the rating goes up because of yardages or whatever. That's my guess. Just because the slopes are not much different. So even those tees are going to be difficult because you look at the slope and you're like, that's all built on force carries and all that. Like it's only a one difference in the slope. So that means it's still going to be pretty difficult for the
right. So yeah, we're playing there. That we'll get done with that mid-afternoon. Hoping we can hop over and play the new Sand Creek course, which is just it's a par 9 short course. Sorry, par 9-hole short course. It's like 40 to 90 yards. They wrote on the site, they got a lot of the signature features that carry over from the die and the Ross courses. So that'll be cool. You got like the die volcano bunkers and the crazy greens from Ross course, stuff like that. My whole goal is just like somebody make an ace just so we can just absolutely go to the moon. I hope it's you.
We might we don't even need a hole in one to do this, but we might dabble in the casino, maybe.
Oh no, the casino will be dabbled in. There's also a distillery, possible dabbling there. There's some restaurants on site, all that. So,
but we did say if we were in French Lick at night, something's gone wrong or way right. One of the two. There's no like, oh, we played golf and we ended up staying over our time. It's going to be like someone had a hole in one. Someone won money at the casino. We are stuck in French Lick. That might happen.
And the cool thing with the Sand Creek course is open from like 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. at night. It's under the lights too. Yeah. So that's, for a resort, that's always awesome to have a place like that. But yeah, so that's our plan there. Do some food, do some drinks, do some casino action, then head back up to Bloomington. Probably dabble a little bit out on Kirkwood. We'll see what's up, and then rest up for.
Kilroy's is calling all of our names for the record. Like,
yeah, we'll have a little bar review next time. I got a good feeling about the alley bar. I think that might end up being our spot, but we'll see.
Can we power rank our bars when we go there? Like,
yeah,
I think
absolutely.
we're going to go to more than 5. I would assume.
Yeah, well,
I mean, we're bad kids, so
bad. Yeah, no. Well, that'll be part of our review on next week's episode. We're going to try to model it a little bit off of your, like I told you earlier, your Scotland trip one. We're going to really deep dive it and give people something to listen back to if they ever want to, take a little public golf tour to Tour Day Indy. So yeah, that'll be good info for everybody. Last but not least, Saturday, good planning on us. We're staying in Bloomington. We're playing the Pfau Course, which is IU's home course. I know you've played there before. Par 71. We're going to play it from 6,700 yards. Still a 74.3 and a 147 at that. So I can't
wait for you to see how sick this course is. It is unbelievably hard. There's some shots on this course that are just not fun.
Yeah, they've got a set of tees. They call them the Crimson tees, which are like their tournament tees. Not even championship. That's their tournament tees. It plays 7,900. The slope is 80.2 and the rating's 155.
Yeah. And by the way, shout out to Nick. Looked up their home tournament they hosted. They didn't even play it at that. Like they played it at like 7,200 yards. Like
they've got a bunch of so like you can play the Crimson, which is the way back ones, but then they've got the black, which is like the championship tees. That's 73. But you can do combo sets. So they got like black and blue is 70 or 70-10. Straight blue is 67. You can do blue white. There's white. Like they go all the way from 7,900 up to, or down to 4,600. Which I think is really cool for a public university course.
And I think we played it at like 6,900 in that tournament I played in out there.
Yeah.
Give or take. I think one day might have tipped close to 7, but we played it anywhere between 6,800 and 7,000. And it's so funny. Like when we're talking about like what tees we're going to play, I'm like, dude, hole 2, like if you're playing at like 6,800 yards, it is legitimately like a 2-minute drive from the back tees to where you're going to play from. Like it's I think it's like 530 par 4. It's a downhill tee shot, but the next shot's like up the hill. It's such a sick hole, but it's like I can't imagine playing that as a par 4. Like it just doesn't even register on my radar. Like, but I said I was like with the handicaps, I'm like, so if I shoot 80, like that's a good day. Like that would be a good day for me. Like shooting 80, that's insane.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, so I'm just looking at the scorecard real quick just to see. We're playing the Blues. First hole's a par 5, 545 from the Blues.
Great opening hole, by the way.
Then you just get punched in the face with a 444-yard par 4.
So we're 90 yards. We're 90 yards from the back tees, just for some reference.
It plays 530 to the back from the back. Yeah. Long par 3 after that. Then you got a run of short 4s, but then you get hit with an even longer par 3, another 420 par 4, and then you end on a 541 par 5. Which
is so funny when you say we got a run of short par 4s. Hardest holes on the course.
Great.
When we played in that tournament, a 2-man team, we played number 4 like absolute moron. Like, and it's a tight tee shot, dude. It is like can't miss left, heather. Can't miss right. Everything runs off in the woods.
Great.
And you're like, you can kind of hit anything off the tee, which makes it kind of fun. Like you can stretch driver. You can like, all right, I'm just going to concede that I'm going to have 150 yards in, hit something a little shorter. But then you get up there and the green's kind of hard. Like it's got like some big gigantic slopes on it. And then the next hole's like from our tee box, like 310 maybe, something like that. Like it's not long.
340.
Okay, 340. It probably plays less than that because it's all downhill. Like after 200 yards, it just runs down the hill. But dude, that green, like impossible. Like if you get in the wrong spot, good luck. Like Like it just, I'm telling you, you get in the wrong spot on that green, you're done. Like, you're complete toast, dude. Like complete toast.
Oh,
So like you say
God.
shorter holes, and I'm like, yeah, on the scorecard, like they might be some of the harder holes on the entire golf course. So
yeah, I kind of like this too coming out. So this will be our last course. We're probably deciding our champion here. The 17 is a 164-yard par 3, which I always love, like a mid-length par 3.
It's a
turtle green.
Yeah.
Sick. Yeah, that, and then a 430-yard par 4 to end it, which is, I think, nice too. Like,
it is one of the best finishing holes I've ever played.
Nice. Yeah, so that'll be cool coming down the stretch.
Of it, it's got a squared off green, gigantic green. You got to kind of carry a gully for your second shot. Forgiving tee shot, kind of have to have it. It's a longer par 4, but the second shot kind of makes or breaks you. You know, you can kind of be on the green, but you might be like 70 feet away. Like it's a really, really good finishing hole. And I've said this about Pfau since I played it. I'd be shocked if they don't have some kind of USGA event there in the next 5 to 10 years. Shocked, like absolutely shocked. I would say at a USAM maybe. The only problem is you run with the USAM, they try to put it at 2 courses because there's so many people in it. I don't know where you would play the other course at, but it's going to hold something because it is a tournament golf course. Like, it is a legit test of golf for sure.
Yeah. So like I said, we're playing 6,700. I'm an 8 right now, index wise. I'm getting 14 shots on this course. So that gives people an idea.
Just not to be mean, you're going to need every single one of those.
I will take every single one of them too. But yeah, that's what we're talking about here as a finisher, which I'm just like you said, I'm excited just to see it, to be honest. So
yeah, the tournament we played in it like 5 years now. Some of the highest scores I've ever seen in that thing. We're at the Pfau Course. Like,
yeah,
we shot even par. I think we shot like 1 over in best ball, even par in alternate shot. I think 2 or 3 under one alternate shot. Like, it wasn't. No one cooked this course at all. It's kind of hard to do. You know what I mean? In general,
right.
But there's just not a lot of holes out there. Like, a lot of times you go into like, I'm going to birdie the par 5s. It's like, yeah, they're not that easy. Like, still kind of hard, you know. Then there's just it's such a cool course. I'm so excited that you guys get to play it, and I'm looking for. I told you when we didn't know if we were going to get a Donald Ross course, I was like, guys, I'd play Pfau 2 times in a row. Like, just throwing it out there. Like, I would definitely play that course twice.
Yeah, and I think I forget our tee time then. I didn't write that one down.
10 maybe. I feel like it's like not like 10:30 or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably somewhere in there. I'm gonna grab it real quick.
But do you want to mention? I think you mentioned how much we're paying for the fort. Did you want to mention the prices of the courses that we're playing, like Donald Ross and Pfau?
Yeah, so it's 1024 at the Pfau course. Let me see if I can find rates real quick.
I think I have the Donald Ross one.
The fort is not listed. It's got like a call for rate details. I'm pretty sure it's like 70.
I'm gonna say it's like $70 or $80.
Yeah, that's the cheapest one. The Ross course is $150, and then I think you do have to pay to take a 4 caddy. So we'll split the 4 caddy and then tip him. And then the Pfau course I can look up. I didn't look that up either. That's
$95. I'm pretty sure.
Which is crazy. So
I think it's under $100.
Yeah, they still got. Oh, here we go. Yeah, 95.
Yeah,
on the weekend, which is really good for that quality of course. Yeah.
I mean, most places you put the Pfau course in like Florida, $300 every day of the week. I mean, every single day of the week. I think going through something like this, it's just kind of cool to show people like you can take a golf trip and it can be super, super affordable.
Yeah.
Like, we're probably going to do all this for what, $500, $600 between the golf and the stay. In reality, maybe for caddy, probably $650, maybe.
Yeah, depending on what kind of trouble we get into, we'll see. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, I'm talking about that is different from like the actual golf and the stay. Yeah. It's probably like $600.
Yeah, it's super affordable for a week. Like you're playing 54 holes. You're playing legitimately like good courses. Like the Ross course and Pfau are both like renowned. I think Pfau might even be in the top 100 or so in the country at this point.
I know. I want to say Pfau is either like 2 or 3 in the state, and it might even be top 100 at this point. I think as people start to, because the story behind that is they had a course there, right? Wasn't very good. They decided, I think it was like 10, maybe 15 years ago, that they wanted to build a tournament golf course. Like, as everybody's upgrading facilities and stuff like that. Like being in the Big Ten, you have Ohio State that has the Scarlet Course. Like you have these schools that you're kind of competing against that have these unbelievable facilities. Illinois has got an unbelievable so they kind of stepped up their game. They plowed the old course, built this one where that old course kind of on top of other land. They kind of built it on that, and so as people kind of discover it, especially because it's public, right? Like that's the thing is like Ohio State's course, like you can get on it relatively easy. You can't just call there and make a tee time, right? So that's the other cool thing is people kind of discover the Pfau course. It's starting to kind of get its flowers a little bit. Like, people are like, damn, this course is pretty good. Like it's pretty good championship golf course. So I think it's starting to catch some tread as far as like rankings and stuff like that.
Yeah, so there's a guy on Reddit that does a composite top 100 public courses in the U.S. rankings. I'm seeing the Dye course at French Lick. It's hard to read his chart here, but that is, here we go. The Dye course at French Lick is 47th in composite rankings. Trying to see if any of these other ones hit the board here, but I don't think so.
Maybe Ross at French Lick doesn't.
No, neither of them did. So yeah, I misspoke, but pretty quality courses.
Regardless, like, you're kind of playing, they're both, we're playing 2 top 5 Indiana golf courses in one trip. You know what I mean? Like in the state. So
for a very affordable price too.
For a combined total of like $230. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you just can't play golf anywhere like that anymore.
Yep. And then I haven't talked much about like our, breakfast, dinner, going out stuff, but I got us one reservation. We're going to do Janko's little Zagreb, which is like a steakhouse. I think it's a Croatian style steakhouse, because that's the capital of Croatia, I would imagine. But that one's like, red back chairs, picnic table.
When are we doing that? Like Saturday, I'm assuming?
That's Saturday night. Okay. It's like our last night there. We're going to grab a decent dinner. Read a lot of good stuff. One of those places has been around for like 60 years in a college town. Like you just gotta check out a spot like that.
100%.
Yeah. So that's our last day there. Sunday, get some breakfast, check out, 2.5 hour drive back home to Cincinnati. And yeah, that's a pretty affordable 4-day golf trip for 4 guys. So
I mean, look, we're gonna get in trouble, but like it's affordable. Like
yeah,
there's gonna be some extra spending happening, but there's, you can even then. I think you can still do it. Like you talk about under $1,000 for a golf trip, like that seems pretty cheap for 2026. And I was talking about it today with somebody. It was like, it's like you go play a public course on the weekends, it's $100. You know what I mean? It's like you start talking about taking a trip for under $750. That's kind of crazy to think about with how expensive everything's gotten.
Yeah. And you can do whatever you want for golf trips, right? Like it's cool when you go to these places, you can go there's benefits to staying at the resort and doing that whole thing. But
100%.
For me, I love to craft a trip like this, where it's like, you've got a home base, it's in a college town.
Yeah.
A lot of cool local stuff to see and do. And you just kind of pop around to like some really great golf courses like that. To me, that's like, I like to dive in and just kind of experience it more so than like when you go to a resort, it's a very curated thing, right? You're on site.
You're seeing what they want you to see, right? Like you're doing what they want you to do. Yeah.
You're paying $20 for the cheeseburger at the little grill by the putting green or whatever. Like it's just a different experience when you put something together like this. And I don't know, to me, I find a lot of joy in doing it. So I'd encourage everybody just, try a couple of these like build your own, less expensive golf experiences.
Well, and I say this about my Scotland trip, right? Like if we would have paid somebody to do it, it would have been triple the price, right?
Yeah.
And I think that turns people off. They start seeing prices and, they're like, I can't do that, right? Like I can't just spend $1,900 on a golf trip for 4 days. If we stayed at the resort, 100% would have been $1,500. But you start. Thank you. So you start looking at like when we did our Scotland trip, you start like, man, I can build this on my own, and like I don't have to stay here. I don't have to stay here. I don't have to do this, right? Like you're like, all right. Now you're like, all right, this is $3,500, right? Like it starts to become a lot more affordable, and I think more fun. I agree with you. Like I'm into this, and this. Okay, well, we can go do this, and this without staying here, right? Like we're still going to do the casino. We're not staying at French Lick, right? You can do all that stuff. Like we don't need the winery. Like, I like wine, but I don't like if I'm on a dude's golf trip, the last thing I want to do is go hang out with you guys in a winery. No offense, but like that's something I'm probably doing with my wife, not you guys, right? So,
and there's some. I mean, I know there's lots of people that love, for travel. They just like to be like, all right, I'll pay the extra. Somebody do it for me. I just show up and I just vibe, right? Like that's great for some people. For me, I get so much joy out of like building this and doing the research on where I'm staying and finding the little hole in the walls that are like the good spots to go to and stuff like that. Like that to me is what travel is. I love the experience of it. So if you're like that, I encourage you to go pick a place, find 3 to 4 courses around it. You can go get a tee time at publicly and just build out a cool trip. Yeah, no, I mean, we did that on our last trip. It was like, we hit a couple spots downtown Louisville, or not downtown, but like a suburb of Louisville, like near the city. And it was like, we went to a pizza shop, then we went to like some kind of dive bar and like just hung out. And like that to me is more like kind of experience, like what a local kind of experience is. Yeah. To me, it makes it, when you go visit somewhere, like you've never been to Bloomington. I have, but like you haven't. It's like, makes it a little more like, oh, this is what the town's actually about, right? Like, then going to stay at French Lick and you're like kind of out in the country, not really experiencing, you're experiencing something new, but like you said, a very curated like side of the golf trip. And some people love that. And I'm not against it. I've done trips like that and it's okay. I like it. It's good. They usually keep you pretty entertained, but there's something about like when we went to Scotland, like, we stayed in a town that probably not a lot of people stay in, right? It's like we find, I find a bar that's like serving $1.25 pints. Like I'm like, I would have never gotten that had I stayed in St. Andrews. No offense, like St. Andrews is unbelievable, but you don't get that there, right? So, and you're meeting people. We met like kids soccer team, like it's like I call them kids. They were like 20 years old, but it's like you don't get that, kind of doing the curated thing. And that's what I enjoy about it. Yeah. That's what I enjoyed about our Louisville trip. So same. Yeah. So can't wait. Thursday, cannot get here soon enough. I'm sure we'll find plenty of patios there while we're there for plenty of patio beers. But for now, we're going to hit the patio beer segment. I'll kick us off this week. Feel like you probably kicked us off a couple times in a row.
Yep.
It's June 1st. We are staring down the barrel of summer here. I saw a good reel the other day from my guy Leighton Wrights. I think we did something, had a patio beers question a couple months ago from something he did, but he was talking about the sounds of summer, kind of like his favorite sounds of summer. So that's my question. What is your favorite sound of summer?
Man, I hate doing this. Like I hate this activity with like all my heart. But there's something about like you wake up in the morning and like someone's like running up the lawnmower, like
yeah.
You don't hear that. Like that is a truly like a summer thing, right? Like
yeah,
you don't, at least where we're at, like you only cut the grass like 5 months out of the year, 6 months out of the year. You're not doing that in November, for the most part. There's something about like, hearing a lawnmower going on outside. Man, I'm trying to think of like another sound that like kind of that's the one that first came to my mind, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you're in the house and you hear someone mowing their lawn, like weed trimmer, kind of thing. That's the first one that came to my mind.
Yeah. I think definitive winner for me, large gap to whatever number 2 is the crack of a baseball bat.
Yeah. That's pretty
for
good.
me. Like I think back to being a kid growing up, dad or grandpa, whoever's got the Reds on the radio, listening to Marty and Joe, and you just hear somebody go off on one. It's just like such a specific sound. Or when you're in the ballpark and you just hear it, it stops you in your tracks. Like, to me, summer is baseball, and the sound of a bat, specifically a wood bat, just puts me right into summer. Like that is the sound.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I think like the sound of like playing, like kids playing in a pool. You know what I mean?
Another
Like,
one. Yep.
Or just people splashing around in a pool. That kind of like, instantly gets you in a decent mood. You're like, all right, there's water around. Like I can kind of like relax or whatever. Yeah, we went down to our pool yesterday for the first time, and it was like, dude, this is like kind of a happy, like it's a happy place, right? Like,
yeah,
the weather's warm. Like this is the only time this place is open. It's warm. People are out of school. Like it's yeah. That's probably another one that kind of comes to my mind. But the baseball bat's pretty good. Like that's
yeah. If you want to go
growing up in a city that had a baseball team and stuff like that, like
for sure,
it's a little different.
The sentimental side too. I mean, the sound of the kids playing in the yard. You got the windows open. You just hear them, out there laughing and getting into stuff. That's always good too. I do like your lawnmower call. I mean, it is annoying when you get those early like people out there on the weekend, but there is just like, I mean, that is the sound of summer, right? As a lawnmower, because you're just anytime you're outside, somebody somewhere you can hear a mower in your neighborhood. It's just constant.
Yeah.
I like the pool call too. The pool call is good because there's just an energy at a pool, and there's just a constant kind of like hum of like the kids playing, the music's on, people are cracking beers. There's like just a lot of good audio at a pool.
I agree. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And laughing, all kinds. There's nothing normally sad about like hanging around a pool, especially because like we have a community, and you do too, but like we have a community pool and it's active. Like we've got people down, like it's always pretty full, for the most part. And it's cool to like just go down there and you're not alone. It's like there's people around. Like I know like when my family goes out of town, like I go down there by myself. Like, dude, like I'm not trying to sit in the house by myself. I want to go down there and hang out with people. So there's some kind of like community. I always think back to like the Sandlot scene, big community pool, maybe not kissing the lifeguard, but like, but there's something nostalgic about that too.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. We'll move on to mine. So coming off vacation, we kind of have a thing where like, this is our thing on vacation. And maybe it's just me. Like maybe I created this. I don't know. But like our one thing is like when we go somewhere, we search out like some kind of sporting event we can go to. Like whether it's like a minor league baseball team or, we go down to Texas, we go to a Texas Tech basketball game. Like I'm not a fan of them, but it's kind of cool to like go experience new things. Is there something like on vacation, when you go on vacation, you're like, there's one thing that like you don't plan, like you're not like, all right, I'm not planning for this, but like I'm going to search it out and like do it?
It's a great question. I think we've had similar ones to this before, and I feel like one thing that I think you guys are really good about is having those like that established thing, like you've got a couple of these that have come up over the years that I can remember. I think because we take a lot of different kinds of trips, we don't like those things aren't as present. Like I do know there are some people I know that like their thing is putt-putt, right? Like no matter where they are, they will find a putt-putt course, right?
Okay. Yeah.
They'll do that kind of thing. Kind of a cop-out, but like if we're traveling, we are definitely going to get ice cream at some point at like a local ice cream shop.
Like a local place, right?
Yeah, like a truly local place.
I like that. That's
going to happen.
Experiencing something local, right? Like, yeah. I like that. Like, yeah, I guess we do have set things, but like if we go somewhere new, I'm like, I instantly look up like, do they have a minor league baseball team? Do they have like, all right, if we're there in the winter, it's like, hey, is there like a Division II, like small Division I school that's like nearby? Like, let's go to a basketball game, right? Like,
yeah,
that. For one, I think it's really cool to experience like different like athletic environments. I think everything's like a little like I said, minor league baseball kills Major League Baseball because if you've never been to one minor league game, you will 100% agree with me on that. Like, I think it's just really cool to experience different levels of athletics, and like everybody who's like, oh, I'll go to a Bengals game, or like everybody like NFL, MLB, NHL. Everybody goes to those. It's like not everybody goes like, yeah, I was in Vegas and just decided to go to a UNLV basketball game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would do that, dude. I did it. I went out. I was out and flew into Los Angeles for a wedding, and I kind of started it on my own. Like, this was like 10 years ago, and I was like, all right, I got like a whole day to kill, like a night. I had like a night and a day, or like half a day, and I was like, I think I'm going to go to a UCLA basketball game. I was like, kind of have to do it. And I did, dude. I went all by myself, bought like a $20 ticket, sat like way up in the nosebleeds. And it was cool to like go to the pavilion and like watch a basketball game, because I'm like, I'm never going to do this ever again. Like, even if I'm back out here, I'm never going to do this. So, but the ice cream thing's cool because like I think to me, it's like if you just get something like, it's hard to get something local at like a Major League Baseball game, but like, you go to an ice cream place, like you're going to get a local taste, right? From going to a local ice cream place. Same thing with like going like a smaller, like athletic event.
Yeah. And we, I will say this is kind of becoming a thing, and not really intentionally, but we try to make it a point, shout out to Susie, to do once a year to get some kind of family picture thing. So like it's happened a lot in the fall around here. There's obviously, we got good fall colors and stuff. So we try to plan it around that. But like when we go on a trip like this, we started to do that. We'll go get a photographer for, a quick like hour session or whatever, wherever we're going. And it's cool because like, you're on your phone, you got that, you take a bunch of pictures and videos. They just kind of sit there.
Yeah.
But like when you have a photographer, you pay them to do it, and you get like
I'm printing these bad boys out.
Yeah, everybody can get in the picture. It's not just a bunch of selfies where like, you can't get the kids to look at the camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like a snapshot of the memory or whatever. So like we're doing this right now. We're taking a big Colorado trip this summer. And we just reached out to some photographers today to get some new family pictures done while we're there. And you're in usually a pretty scenic place, whether you're at the beach or the mountains or wherever. And it like, it becomes the decor in your home and stuff like that. And it's like really cool scenic stuff. So,
and then you like show someone the picture, like, yeah, that's like that was our Colorado trip. Like, yeah. So let me ask you this. So like when you do a photographer, like, but that's the thing is like, what does it cost you? Like $100, $150 maybe for an hour session? Oh,
I wish.
Really?
So, it depends where you go and who you find. We got a quote earlier that was outrageous. Like,
because here's the thing, they're not printing the pictures for you. That's where I'm like,
yeah, there are some where but they'll do one that we found. I think that we're going to go with. We're looking at a couple. I think it's like $400 or $500, which sounds like a lot, but in comparison to other quotes we got, it was not.
That's
and you get an hour. It's an hour and a half session. And they edit them for you. They send you all the digital files, so like you own all of them. They come out looking good. But yeah, they're professionally done. You don't, like I said, it's not you trying to take pictures on your phone and trying, all that crap. So for us, it's just like part of the trip. I didn't realize that was a thing that we do, but now that I'm thinking back, like it's the last several trips we've done like a good like family photo session.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I will tell you just from the experience of like hiring a photographer in Scotland, like it does make, I mean, dude, those are the best pictures we had.
Yeah.
Like I took a ton of pictures, but they don't come anywhere close to the pictures that Ryan took for us. Like they're not even in the same like planet. You know what I mean? Like they're so much better. So
yeah. And it just makes
pretty cool.
It also takes the stress off from the rest of the trip, right? Like,
dude, we got pictures. Like, we're good.
Yeah, like you don't, a lot of times you go take a trip and you're just running and doing stuff, and the kids are grumpy at a certain time, whatever. And you're like, shit, we went on this trip and we didn't take one picture of all of us, right?
Yeah.
Like that happens. So it's nice to check that box. Like, at least we know we've got these pictures from this trip that are, a memory that the
you
kids
can hang them up.
And
like, this is from Colorado when we went there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I got to ask, where are you going in Colorado?
So I'm pumped about this. We're flying into Denver, driving, I think it's like an hour and a half to Breckenridge.
Okay.
We're going July 2nd through the 9th. So our plan was to try to do it over 4th of July a lot of these like little cool mountain towns do 4th of July like parades and big
Yeah, they're
blowouts and
pretty
stuff.
cool. Yeah.
So we're like, you know what? We don't, when we're around here, like whatever, we go hang out at the pool,
Get a cookout. Yeah.
go to a cookout, whatever. It's fine. It's a great, one of my favorite holidays for that reason. But we're like, let's do something different this year. So we're doing that. They have a wildflower festival the same week too. So like, there's all kinds of stuff, events going on with that. They do a full parade. It's the 250th, so they're doing some extra stuff. There'll be a drone show, which I think will be cool for the kids. It's not, fireworks are traditional and awesome, but like we got little guys, and that's a lot of booming, and they get freaked out and
100%.
Whatever. So this will be a cool, different experience. But we're doing that. We're town hopping to a couple little small towns that are nearby, checking those out, doing some hiking. We got a couple day passes to go check out Rocky Mountain National Park. Susie and I have been to the east side, but we're closer to the west side on this trip, so we're going to go do that. Take the boys up to like the Continental Divide in the Rocky Mountains, do a couple waterfall hikes that are family friendly, stuff like that. And I'm trying. It might be too much, so we're going to feel it out. But Great Sand Dunes National Park is nearby too. It's like a 2-hour drive south. And the pictures of that place
have been there. Yeah.
Wild, dude. You like do sand surfing and stuff. There's just like massive, like 100-foot dunes of sand with the mountains in the background. Looks like a truly different place to go.
You know what's wild about sand dunes, and maybe people know this, and maybe I'm just an idiot, but like I've been to several sand dunes, and what people don't realize is like it changes by the hour.
Yeah.
Like the wind shifts, and like it could be a steep drop off, and then all of a sudden it's like not that steep. It's like it leveled out. It is. I rode dune buggies one time in like sand dunes in Texas, and it's like, the one time like we went over and it kind of like flattened out, and then the next time I went over the same hill, dude, it was like straight down. I'm like, what happened? And they're like, oh, dude, the sand dunes changed like by the minute, like like the wind's blowing sand around, like moving, and it moves a lot of sand at the very short period of time when you get wind. But dude, sand dunes are so cool because you can actually, just for the record, when you're out there, if you go out, you can actually look for like lightning strikes. And what I mean is it actually turns it into glass. Like the lightning comes down, strikes the sand, and it'll actually leave these like little glass pebbles. Because I found one, I'm like, "What? Oh, this is kind of cool." And they're like, "Oh, probably from a lightning strike." I'm like, "No," I looked it up, dude. 100%, like it absolutely is. They're like, it lightning strikes the sand and it actually creates like a glass almost.
That's insane.
Kind of wild. Like it's kind of cool.
Truly wild. Yeah.
Sand dunes are like one of the underrated. Like we've got a lot of them in the United States. We're kind of lucky, but they're underrated and they're a lot of fun. Doing dune buggies, riding. Yeah, you can surf down. You can pretty much do anything on them that you want. Any kind of motorsport you can do on them. They're just a lot of fun. Kids typically love them. Like they'll have it's like a beach without having any water around.
It's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know. It's gonna be a blast. I think that I belong in the mountains. That's my happy place. So if I don't come home, you may or may not know where to find me. But we're staying like a little townhome near the ski resort area. It's got great mountain views. It's walkable to the downtown in Breckenridge. So like, it's gonna be awesome. So
that's awesome.
And the boys will be pumped. They got bunk beds. That's all that matters to them. So
they sleep so much better in someone else's house. It's kind of wild.
Yeah. So, all right, this is it. We're coming up to Bloomington trip. It's gonna be awesome.
So close.
We'll have a full recap next week. Really get into the courses and how we played and all that fun stuff. But until next time, everybody, enjoy the Memorial Tournament this weekend. It's usually one we watch a ton of, but probably won't this weekend.
Yeah, maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah,
catch some action in the bars and stuff, I guess. So
Yep.
We'll be the annoying people in the college town and be like, hey, can you turn the golf on?
Yeah. Like old ass people.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Thanks for listening, everybody. As always, please subscribe, rate, review the show, follow us on social media at Back96Pack. And until next time, cheers.
See ya. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Back 9 Six Pack. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Back 9 Six Pack for all your content needs. We'll see you guys next week. Cheers.